Okay.
Okay. Good day, everyone. My name is Carlos Reynoso here at FFL Tri-State. We here doing the weekly BDM. So let's start with the numbers, with the top 20 producers. Uh, Mindy Squillace. Number 20, Mindy Squillace is 8,636. Stephanie Cover, 8,834. Alma Aguilar, 9,162. Mindy Tips, 9,029.76. Sean Barnes, $9,214.20. Roger Fuller, 9,322.18. Kyrie Joyner, 9,433.80. Myself, 9,659 with 87 cents. Cynthia Sitting, 11,797. Ivan Vedrov, 12,188.64. Caleb Amoros, 12,802.08. Robert Richmond, 12,982 with 80 cents. Samuel Moberly, 13,078. Jose Greg Sirena, 13,854.84. Jeffrey Boothie, 14,099 with 40 cents. Wayne Carr, 15,331.44. Danielle Byrne, 23,185.64 cents. Steven Giordano, number 3, 25,911 with 17 cents. Matthew Borsch, new on the board, 29,360 with 11 cents. Congratulations, Matthew. And JP holding on to number 1 for weeks now. That's great. 37,302.72 cents. Congratulations, all the top 20s.
That's for 1 week?
Correct.
Wow.
You guys been doing awesome. Fantastic. And top issue paid agencies. FFL Shorelines, 29,000. Congratulations, Francis Dougherty. FFL Dynasty, 34,294. FFL Great Lakes, 39,751. FFL Third Coast, 51,981. FFL Insured and Trust, 68,426. FFL Legacy, 74,023. FFL Avenues, 75,634. FFL The Chosen Ones, they knew on the board, right?
Yeah.
The Chosen One, they knew. Right? That's good. FFL The Chosen One, 75,709. FFL Momentum, Jose Gracirena, 82,004. FFL Wisdom, Strength, and Beauty. That's us. 86,461. FFL Pay It Forward, Michael Lower, 86,688. FFL The Way, Gabriel Singh, 100,023. FFL Humble Beginnings, Kyrie Joyner, 146,490. Kyrie, congratulations again, brother. You're killing it. FFL Loyalty, JP, Jonathan Persina, 146,688. FFL Service Before Self, 156,440. Cindy City. FFL Hidden Gems, 166,783. Wayne Carr. FFL 320, Caleb Amoros, 180,462. FFL Health and Wealth, 225,395. That's Steven Giordano. FFL Apex, 424,581. Rob Richmond. FFL Central, 622,780. Ryan Mendejo. and FFL Universe, the man himself, Ivan Vedrov, 902-644. Congratulations, everyone. Want me to go over the first time writer now or later at the end?
You can do that.
Okay. Want to congratulate and bring to light the first time writer, Tiffany F, Mo R, Sandra S, Tiffany T, Romstan B, Myrene G, Travis W, Nicole ST, Asian M, Dalton R, David G, Arsenio D, Brianna C, and Warren C. Congratulations, all of you, first-time writers, okay? Give one a hand, people. We're going to do things a little bit different today. Been having a lot of questions about the phones and how to get comfortable on the phone. Well, first thing that I want to say is chances are you're not going to get good on the phones if you don't come to an office, to a local office near you, or you don't watch enough videos. You got to come to the office. You got to listen to people talk, dial. That way, if you have any questions, any fear per se, you can ask the people that's been doing it for a while, and you can see that people that have been doing it for a while. Sometimes they also ask questions, and it's an always learning experience. By the way, insurance is an always learning industry. There's not one agent or one person that can say, I don't tweak my game because I've been using this forever. It's an evolving industry. There's new products coming out. There's new companies coming out. So you have to tweak your game, to cater those clients. Come to a local office. Here you don't have distractions. You don't have dog barking, wife calling you, etc. You don't have the couch waiting for you. You don't have a TV. You don't have those distractions that you are going to have at home or somewhere else. Yes, you're going to be fearful at the beginning. Everybody goes through that. You're going to get butterflies, and some people are going to hang up on you, etc., etc. So what? At the end of the day, we are here to do a service, and let's say somebody is stealing a car. Will a police be afraid of going to apprehend that person? No, that's his job. It's like a firefighter running away from the fire. You know what I mean? You just don't run away from that. We do insurance. Our job is, pandemic or not, is to serve the people, especially now that there's a pandemic. Nowadays that we got to go like the police, like a firefighter, run to the problem. We got to go and service them. So come to the office. That's my first, that's what I tell you. Come to the office, learn from the people around you. And, if they hear something that you're saying wrong, they're going to tell you. Don't take it the wrong way. They're just trying to help you. It's just to trick your game. When I first started, I remember people telling me, and at first I felt some type of way, but later on I knew it was to better my calls. Now I'm comfortable. I don't mind the hangups. I don't mind, some people cursing. Now I know. I learned from like I said, from Mark Mead, Jose Gracirena, Mealy, how to balance the people, how to balance their attitude. If they give you an attitude, don't fight with them, level with them and try to find that medium, so you can get them back to the level that you want. Get comfortable, relax. If you need to, take a walk before jumping on the phones, take a walk. If you want to, listen to music to get in, to get the blood pumping and flowing, that's what you got to do. Do we have any questions on the phones? Any questions? Go ahead.
If you're on the phone with a client and you go through basically everything,
Okay.
and they confirm the address, they confirm that you are talking to the correct person, and then once you're ready to ask them, when would be the best time for us to sit down, morning or night, then they hang up. Should you then call back?
I call them again.
Call them again.
I call them again. If they don't answer, I call them again. What I started doing is that a lot of people, like I've gotten hung up because some people, because of so many companies out there, people think it's a scam sometimes. So what I do is I started doing is I take a picture of the lead and then I send them a text. The text read like this, depending on what it is. If it's final expense or mortgage protection. So this is a mortgage protection text for me. I take, like I said, the text says, Miss Bridget, this is Carlos from the mortgage department. This is about the form you filled out and sent to us for mortgage protection. I'm the underwriter assigned to you, and I have an opening tomorrow to complete the in-person medical questionnaire. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes. It's tomorrow at 2 p.m. Okay. Thanks. And I finish it with a thanks. And it's working for me. For me, it's working, and they get back, and because they seen that is the link that they sent out, so they get back to you. Oh yes, tomorrow won't work, but the next day will at this time, or they'll say, yeah, 2 is fine, perfect. I put in my text the in person, so there's no mistakes. So they don't say like, oh, I didn't think you were coming. I thought it was over the phone. So I make sure that I cross all my T's, dot all my I's. You know what I mean?
So now, even, I know that you said that was for mortgage, but for final expense, you also mentioned that it's an in-person medical questionnaire?
Yes. Rarely, if the person, just don't want anybody at home, just don't want anybody to go near the door, then I made an exception, and, I do a Zoom meeting. It's either get the client or lose the client.
Right.
I'd rather do it in person, but if the client just, that you're not going to go anywhere with them in person, then, offer them Zoom. Why not? Work the lead, work it. Anything else? Any questions? No more questions. Okay, perfect. Second thing we're going to do, we're going to talk about recruiting. I know a lot of people they don't like to recruit because of whatever reason, because they have bad experience, because of that, or whatever it is. Something that I always tell my team is, you should be saving more than you are spending. So if you get any chargebacks or anything, you're comfortable. You don't have to stop your whole business because of a petty chargeback or a big chargeback or whatever it is. Recruiting is important because you are going to get tired with time, and that those overrides, they're going to help you. With your business to grow, to be more comfortable, to provide the lifestyle that you want for your family. Sometimes you want to take a day off because you're just ragged. You've been running appointments, nonstop. So guess what? The recruiting is going to help you with that. How can we recruit? Okay. We have many free platforms. We got Facebook, which I use all the time. You have Instagram. You have LinkedIn. All those are free platforms that you can use. Later on, with time, when when your money is right, you may want to think about hiring a company to recruit for you, if that's the plan for you, which I think everybody should have that plan of becoming a great agent first, and then growing your business. And the good thing about us is that we are nationwide. So there's not, there's not a stop on wherever you can recruit. I recruit everywhere, nationwide. I have agents in Florida, I have agents in Pennsylvania, I have agents in New Jersey, I have agents in New York, I have agents in Ohio. I mean, you name it, I have agents there. California. So the good thing about this company is that we are always opening local offices. So chances are, in the state that you're in, they have a local office. And if they don't, we have stuff like this. We have YouTube, we have podcasts. The company have set it up that we do all the training for you agents for you free of charge. So take advantage of that. Take advantage. Start recruiting. Um, Warm, cold, just massive recruiting. Like I said, it's going to help you later on with your business. Make sure that every agent that you recruit, you talk to them, you fill them out, you know that they are, that they are sincere about the job. Believe it or not, I like more new agents than old agents. I mean, everybody's welcome, but new agents, you can kind of teach them your way and teach them how the right way. All agents, they come, not all of them, but the vast majority of them, they come with a mentality already set on their ways. So it's kind of harder to work with them. Not that you can't, but it's just a little bit harder. So I like the new agents, so you can teach them your way. Recruiting is a very integral part of the job. I think goes hand in hand with running business uh, and appointments and leads and everything else. Like I said, it's going to help you later on. Take that off your shoulders. The big thing about running appointments. If you build an agency, it's gonna help you out with that. Any questions on recruiting? Any questions on recruiting?
How'd you start? What was your first, like, what was your first experience with the first recruiter you had, your first agent?
My first, I do a lot of warm market. I post a lot on Facebook, and a lot of my friends, they contact me back, um, and I tell them what I do. Um, it's like Mark me said, the best recruiting advertisement is your bank account. You don't have to tell them, exactly what you got, but you can listen. I make this much weekly, or when I first started, I make this much, and in the CRM, it tells you how much your weeks and stuff like that. You can show them that. You can show them that the business is real, that is profitable, that is no gimmicks, and you can show them also this, where we go through the numbers every week and how much people make weekly. You know what I mean? That they don't have to wait a year or two to buy that nice car that they want. That they can make that happen, within a couple of weeks or a couple of months or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? So that's what I do. I post a lot on Facebook, a lot of Instagram and LinkedIn. Um, I just now hire a company to start massive recruiting, because it has to be step by step. You come to this business to provide for your family, to provide a better life for you and them. Don't go broke into the business. That's not the point. If you do that, then you're not doing the business right. You know what I mean? You got it. Everything has to be step by step. Uh, use the free, use the free advertisement first. Don't go and buy 1,000 leads, and don't go. If you're starting, don't go and get a company to recruit for you. You're doing all that, and you're only making 2 to 3 thousand a week. It's just not going to balance out. It's not. It's got to be a process. If you follow the process here, I think it's set up for you to be successful. So that's it. That's what I do. I love the warm market, And with the warm market, you get to their warm market, So when I run appointments, I recruit too. If I start talking, I used to be a DJ back in the days. I used to be a DJ, and there's that when a DJ is playing music, um, and that and there's like a space with no music between that song and the other one, we call it dead air. So when I'm doing an application, I'm always talking. I don't let that air because that gives the client like time to think too much. Like, what am I doing? You know what I mean? So I'm always so I ask them what they do, et cetera, et cetera. We get into conversation, and if I see that they kind of hungry for something else, I pitch them the idea that we are hiring and people starting, they make $2,000 to $3,000 a week. That we pay for the classes, that they can do their own time, that they can still do what they do and do this part time, and that later on we know that we don't have to tell them to quit their job. They're going to do that on their own once they see the amount of money that they're making. So I recruit Facebook, like I said, Instagram, LinkedIn, and when I'm running appointments. If I see the person, I think he'll be good for the job, I'm recruiting. I'm always recruiting. Always, 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 always. And when I finish my presentation, when I sign the client or whatever, I always tell them, listen, if you keep getting more letters like this, like the lead, you can throw them out. We already took care of it. If they call you, tell them that Carlos took care of it, and just if they keep calling you, just simply hang up. No problems. And that I'm your agent from now, from now till the end. So we marry for, let's say, if it's whole life, we marry for life. I tell them, joke like that. Or if it's a term life, we are married for 20 years. Okay, so I'm your agent. If you know any friends or family that I can help, I'd be more than happy. Please keep my number. Or if you know anybody that wants to do what I'm doing, please recommend them. But I've gotten many leads like that, many people that want to do it, or recommendations. So that's what I do. Any questions on that recruiting? Any questions? That's it. Okay, let's talk on the leads. Leads. No matter how old the leads are or how new they are, a lead is a lead. You got to work the lead. When I say working the leads, what do I mean by working the leads? Well, call them. When you call the person, when you call a client, call them 3 times in a row. Sometimes they don't know the phone number. You're calling them for the first time. They don't know who's calling them. So a lot of people, if they don't know the number, they're not going to answer. But guess what? Once you call them another time, then they getting antsy. They getting curious. Who's this that keeps calling me? You know what I mean? Calling the 3rd time. Okay, let me answer now. They don't answer. So you call them 3 times. Do what I just said. Take a picture of the lead and tell them, Miss whoever, so and so, this is Carlos, from the mortgage protection, or from the final expense department, or from the life insurance department, depending on what they apply for or send the information for. And they're going to get back to you. If it's a house phone and you cannot send them a text, leave a message, so that way they'll know that you called them. What I do is I leave a message, and then I call them at night again and leave another message. So I have a couple of messages, so they know that it's urgent. There's an urgency. Okay, don't sound desperate, but sound that is urgent for them to get back to you. That is important. One thing that I also do, I tell them, Mr. So-and-so, this is Carlos from the mortgage protection. This is in regards to the form that you filled out and sent to us inquiring about the mortgage protection. I can only keep your file open for a certain time. So it's imperative for you to call me back so we can take care of this, since the medical questionnaire is the next step for the process. Something I do.
But when you send out those text messages, then you have a lot of people, like, that's kind of an out for them. Don't they, like, hit you back, I'm not interested, and then you never,
No.
they don't.
No. Mm-mm. Because they know that they filled it out, and they just don't want to be taken for a fool. They just don't want to be scammed. There's a lot of scams there, So if you call them sometimes, for them, you're just another telemarketer. For some people, you know what I mean? So when they see that, yeah, it is the lead that they filled out, that they mailed, or that they filled out online, then they know, okay, this is real. This is the lead that I sent out. Get it? Anything else? Anything else? So talk about calling the lead, talk about texting. If all fails, door knock. You got to work that lead till the end. It's your money, it's your investment. You got to work the lead. You got to work it. So those are the three things that I want to talk. Let's go into the numbers. Every week we go into the numbers. This is the name of the agent, the appointments, how many appointments that agent did for that week, how many people that agent sat down with, how many people the agent closed, and how many applications. This is wrong. 3 apps, 5 apps. 3 closed, 5 apps. It's inverted. And the premium, how much he made for that week. So let's start with me. I did 10 appointments, sat down with 5, closed 3, and did 5 applications. Sometimes there they close. The apps will be more than the close. Why? Because in a household, you may do 2-3 applications. You may close the husband and the wife. You get it? So I did 10, 5, 3, 5, 3,923. Running kind of low. I'm sorry about that. I'm just going, having some
Carlos,
family
what's
stuff.
the difference between close and apps again?
Okay. So I have 10 people that I was supposed to see. I did 10 appointments, right? I sat down with 5. So 10, they ditched me or something happened. Okay. I closed out of those 5, I closed 3. So
Wait,
2
what do you
didn't
mean
want.
by, I'm not following you.
So-
I would think it's the same thing.
Yeah, no. I'm
Okay, go ahead.
gonna get there. So out of those 5, I sat down. I closed 3.
Okay.
Okay. In those 3, there was one family that I closed husband and wife. So that makes it 5 applications.
I got you.
You get it?
Yeah.
So sometimes the close will be smaller than the apps, and the apps will be more than the close.
So then you actually did a really good job. You only closed 3, but you got 5 apps.
Correct. But this is telling me here that I need to work a little bit. Like I said, it's an ever learning experience. So I have to there's something that I have to do to close this gap here. It should be 10 app, 8, 6, not 5. What happened with the other 5? You know what I mean? Yes, emergency happens, and things comes up, but 5 is a lot. You know what I mean? So I need to tweak my game and see and find the fault here. Okay. This is good. The close ratio here is good. Okay. You always want to find 1 or 2 they just not going to want it, period, because of price, because of whatever reason it is. Okay? Sandra Salcido, congratulations, Sandra, by the way. 24 abs, 7 sits, appointments, I'm sorry, 24 appointments, 7 sit, 5 close, 5 abs, 5,316. Sandra, like me, have to find what's wrong here. It's like John says all the time, if you move to a new house and you're gonna put and you contact the cable company to put the cable, are you not gonna be there when they tell you that they were gonna go there to your house?
I'll be there.
You're gonna be there, you want cable.
Right.
So if the clients are they taking their time, filling it out, they sending this lead to you, why are they not there? Something we did wrong when we call that didn't click to them, or they didn't feel it was important enough. So we have to find what it is to fix it. Get it? That shouldn't be that high. This shouldn't be this high. You know? Urgent. 4, 1, 1, 1, 1,066. Stephen P. Stephen, congratulations, by the way, brother. 22 appointments, 9 sits. Him too is running the same problem that me, Sandra, are going through. 9 sits, 7, same thing here, you see? So 7 closed and 9 abs. So in a household, he feels multiple. Get it? So 14,365. Woof. Killing it, brother, killing it. Great job, man, great job. Andy Garcia, 24, 12. Andy's also running in the problem that we are running. 12, 6, 6. How can we fix? Let's stop here for a little bit. How can we fix this? How can we fix this? I had better ratio than this. How can we fix this? It's simple, actually. I know what to do. We all know. Don't wait for the last minute to make appointments. That's one. You're gonna be desperate. If you're gonna run appointments on Monday, let's say on Tuesdays and Tuesdays and Wednesday, right? We call it Monday for Tuesdays and Wednesday, right? Listen, if you can, do a couple of calls on Sundays. Why not? Come early to the office on Monday. Now, if you're gonna run appointments on Mondays and Tuesday, and you take the day to go shopping, you take the day for whatever, and then you start calling at 7, now you're on desperate mode. You know what I mean? That's when this happens. Sometimes it's not the case, sometimes it just happens. But there's something that we're doing that we're not we're not showing the value of it, because like we just said, if you're gonna put the cable, that person is gonna be there. So get comfortable on the phone, start dialing early, and if early didn't produce the outcome that you wanted, then start dialing at nighttime. What's the best time to dial? I say anytime. You gotta start early, finish late. You know what I mean? So if in the morning you couldn't, then dial nighttime. But get a leg up. If you can start, doing a couple of calls on Sundays, do it. And the same thing for Thursday. Come early to the office, start dialing early, start at 8 in the morning. Protect your dial time. 8 in the morning, nighttime, daytime, morning time to nighttime. Dial till you get the appointment count that you want. Okay? Maureen Alvarez, 14, 7, 4, and 4. She sat down with 7 people, closed 4, 2,624. So get comfortable. Don't wait till the last minute so you can sound, you're gonna sound desperate. Start early. Come to a local office. You know, if for any reason you know that you won't be that you're gonna have to do something on Monday, like let's say for example today I had to take my daughter to the pediatric in the morning, right? So I knew I wasn't gonna make it early to the office. So what did I do? I started doing that yesterday, doing a couple of calls. So when I came into the office, I already had some appointments. So I'm not desperate now. I'm just, filling up my day for tomorrow. You know what I mean? And I got time for Wednesday because it's 2 days out. So get comfortable. Start early. Listen, everyone is at home on Sunday. They are, relaxing. So that's a good time just to let you guys know. Saturday, Sunday, while you're in the car, between appointments, make some more appointments. Why not? You know what I mean? You don't want to be the guy, like I always say, you don't want to be the guy that you waited till nighttime and you don't have no appointments, and now you only have 1 or 2 appointments, and it's freezing outside and you calling from the car to make appointments. You know what I mean? Listen, knocking doors is good and has brought some agents a lot of closed deals, but that's not the ideal scenarios. Do you want to have appointments and you want to be able to, to go to a house and they know that you're coming, not just like, who's this? Get comfortable, listen to different people when they talk on the phone so you can grab the best out of everything and work it to your advantage, that something that worked for you. I always say that I have a team in my ear. I have Brittany Moore, I have Jose Gracirena, I have Mark Mead in my ear, I have Steve Giordano. Always, I look at the videos. Don't be the glass that is always full. Be the glass that is half full so you can add more water to your knowledge, if that makes sense. Always learn. Always learn. Don't think that you know everything. I don't know everything. And my company is blowing, et cetera, et cetera. But I know I'm a work in progress. Always, always. Never gonna stop of being a work in progress. I'm always gonna learn from whoever. I can learn from somebody that, that just came the other day. He said something that I liked. Okay, perfect. But where are you gonna get all that knowledge? You're gonna get that knowledge if you come to the local offices, if you pay attention to the podcast, if you pay attention to the morning calls. Listen, we have morning calls on Mondays. We have this platform that we offer. We have podcasts. We have YouTube videos. We have Facebook. We have email blasts with training. There's not a lack of training. There's not a lack of stuff for you to see so you can get better. If you're not getting better, it's because of you. You guys got everybody's number that you guys can call for any help. If you guys got any questions about anything, you guys can always call me. Phone number is 305-930-1406. 305-930-1406. Any more questions on anything? Is Mark coming? Any questions on anything at all?
John M. wrote to you.
John, I'm sorry for calling on a Sunday. Things are busy that week. John M. Okay, I'm sorry for calling on a Sunday. John said something that you could use. A text that he sent says, I'm sorry for calling on a Sunday. Things are so busy that we can service everyone. That's if they get snippy. So John is writing to you, Maria. So that's something that you can say on a Sunday. Listen, we have a social volume of client that we're trying to get everybody service, but it's just so much that we have to call on a Sunday. Use something along those lines. Let me see what else. Send, Stephen P. He says that he would like for me to send them the text that I use. I will send it to you, Steve. I got you, brother. I got you.
Are they in the meeting with us?
Yes,
Oh.
it's live.
Yeah, I thought you were calling him
Yeah.
Stephen P. before you looked over there.
And that's anything else? Any questions? Anybody? Any other questions? So we talked about coming to the office, getting comfortable on the phone, talk about recruiting. One last thing that I wanted to touch on. How to not have chargebacks or don't have so many chargebacks, okay? If you are having problems with chargeback, you're having too many. One, you are not connecting with the client. Two, you are not showing the value of the product. Three, you're forcing the sales. Something I learned from John Masella. See, I learned from everybody. I learned something from everybody. It's like, first question, that I'm going to ask the client once I'm in their home. Why am I doing here? What am I doing here? Why do you fill this out? Let them tell you. Listen to them. Don't just talk. Listen. Let them do the sale for you. You are there because you are a field underwriter, because you are providing a service. You are there to help them out with a decision that they already made. They already made it because they filled out the form. They sent it to you. They already inquiring about it. So you are there just to to show the value of it. Connect with the client, show the value of the product, and third, don't think about your package. Give the client the best policy for their needs. Okay, not for your package needs, but for the client's needs. That way, when another agent come behind you, they won't steal that client because they feel sure that you give them the best policy for their needs, and they're gonna have your best interest, and you have their best interest at heart, and vice versa. When they're gonna recommend somebody, they're gonna recommend you to friends, family, or whoever it is, because they saw that you went through different companies and you show them, listen, this one, and this one. Look, I got you the best for what you were looking for. So please put the client's needs before yours. Just, money's gonna come regardless. Money's gonna come. Any deal you close, you're gonna get paid for it. So don't do a carrier because it's more expensive and you're gonna get more commission. Think about the client. That's gonna diminish the chargebacks. If you connect with them on a personal level, if you show that you really care, that you're really concerned about the person that they are protecting, etc. And if you give them the best policy, not your package policy, but the policy that they really need. Don't oversell something that they don't need because you just wanted to oversell them. No. Think about their need and do that. To cancel, and they have a legitimate reason. Stephen P, when someone calls you wanting to cancel and they legitimately have a reason, what line do you use responding to them? Steve, what I tell them is, okay, so we got you the best policy possible. So so it's clear that you want the policy. What is it? Is it too much money? That's one of my questions. Is it too much money? What's going to happen to Diana that now that she's not protected? What can we do to keep this policy in place? Listen, if you're having a hard time because it's too expensive, let's get you something smaller. At least if something happens, Diana will be covered. Remember, I always tell people, once I make an appointment and I'm at the house, I'm no longer selling a policy. Now I transform this policy into a person. So I'm always talking about that person. So what's going to happen to Frank now? That you don't have a policy. That's why I tell you, connect with the client. Show them the value of the policy. If they want to cancel because of a legitimate reason, okay, I get it. Now find the why. What's the why? Well, I'm working less hours and okay, no problem. Listen, I get it. I'm a father myself, or, listen, I'm a reasonable person. And like I said, I'm here to put you in a better position than you were before. So instead of getting this much, why don't we go here and give them several options that they can choose from? That's what I do. That's what I do, Steve. Anything else? Let's see. So yes, Steve, find the why. There's always a why. If you did those three things, if you connected with the client, if you showed them the value of the product, if you didn't force them, don't force no sales. If you give them the best policy for their needs, a client, like I said, may be going through hard times now. A couple of months later, find out the why. Reduce the policy and keep it in force. Just that's it. Just go and submit another policy for less, and that's it. Anything else? Any more questions? Questions? Well, that's it for today. Thank you for tuning in. I'm always available. Anybody that wants the text, please. Let me see. I can give it to you guys right now. So I take a picture of the lead, and I said, "Mr. Pierce, this is Carlos from the mortgage department. This is about the form that you filled out and sent to us for mortgage protection. You sent this to us, so you making it seem like they send it to their mortgage company, so they send it to us. Don't lie in the text. Never lie to a client. This is so Mr. Pierce, this is Carlos working together from the mortgage department. This is about the form that you filled out and sent to us for the mortgage protection. I'm the underwriter assigned to you and have an opening tomorrow to complete the in-person medical questions. Takes about 10 to 15 minutes. Is tomorrow at 2 p.m. okay? Thanks." That's what I do. And I'm going to send it to you, Steve. Okay. I'm going to text it to you. That's what I do. That's what I use. Okay. And if they are, a lot of times they get back to me and yes, tomorrow at 2 will work or not, but I'm open this time, or I'm open the weekend, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. That's what I found that works. And sometimes, like I said, if by all means that they just don't want to see anybody at the house because they're panicked because of the virus or pandemic, whatever the case may be, then do a Zoom. That's for last resort, though. I like the more in-person stuff. But if you save the client. If you could do the Zoom, do it. Don't use that as a cop-out just to do Zooms. You know what I mean? I use that as a last alternative, last resort. Well, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being loyal. Thank you. Contact me if anything. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.